Sorry, this hour, the KwaZulu-Natal Cooperative Governance Department says 23 lives have been lost in the province following persistent heavy rains and flooding last night. Dozens have been seriously injured and many remain missing. Residents have been urged to remain indoors unless otherwise. The province has been ravaged by torrential rain and flooding across many areas. Paramedics and rescue personnel are working around the clock to save those who've been trapped as some homes and trees have collapsed, vehicles submerged underwater. Our SABC News reporter Minoshni Pillay is in Chatsworth, south of Durban, where some bodies have been retrieved after a house collapsed that is near Westcliff Secondary School in the province. The search, however, continues now for more victims. But for more on this now, let us go live to Chatsworth and speak to our reporter Minoshni. Minoshni, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through. Just give us an update.
Good afternoon, Palesa. Yes, we are about 10 minutes away from where we've been chatting to you since early this morning. We are now at Westcliff Secondary School in Chatsworth. Just to give you a bit of an idea, that's about 20 minutes out of the Durban CBD. And where we are right now is we're on the school premises. So we're on the grounds where a bank collapsed due to the heavy rains overnight and caused the house of a caretaker who was in it with his family to collapse. What we can tell you is that overnight and in the early hours of this morning, a total of 7 people were recovered. Unfortunately, 6 had passed away due to the tragic incident here, and 1 is currently in hospital. Search and rescue operations are, however, still underway. There are 2 more bodies that the community members and search and rescue teams are trying to retrieve currently. Now with me I have 2 community members that have been an intrinsic part of search and rescue operations here. That's Devin Valaydham and Melanie David, and they're going to tell us exactly what's been going on since last night. Devin, thank you for joining us. Just tell us, since you got to the scene, what has been going on here?
But I got to the scene, I see the community members all active trying to help together with the Chatsworth police to try and retrieve these bodies from underneath the actual mudslide, and then we got involved in there, and then we got another community member was next to me, it's Melanie, who's organized the local business to send their TLB and the truck to assist in hoisting out the roof. That's where I got involved in the rescue operation by helping them to go forward with the hoisting out that roof, putting on the chains and make it easier for the rescue operation.
Devin, just describe the structure to us for those of us that have not been here previously. Explain the dwelling that this caretaker and his family lived in.
Well, these people lived in, it's a normal brick kind of structure with a asbestos roof, and the force of the mudslide, actually the pressure had broken down those walls that went into the house, and therefore these people were trapped under all of these debris, and they unfortunately they passed on underneath there.
Devin, just a final question. You've been here all day. Obviously, you did not travel to work today. Your feet and your hands are covered in mud. What's it been like for you to be here, to be part of this community-driven initiative to help this family and to save these people?
It's all to do with the heart. It's nothing about work and business. It's a concern that, when you hear something like this, you got to get out of your house, jump in your car, come out and assist these people, because I'm very pleased with the community and the young guys here that use their bare hands, no gloves, nothing. People hobble around, got spades, and there was one also a local business hardware that brought him new spades and everything to assist with the people, and together the coordination by one of the SAPS members at Chatsworth and Brigadier James himself got involved in there as well, carrying the bodies out of there. It's a sad situation at the moment, and we're very pleased that the operation went well.
Melanie, just tell us from your perspective, you say you've been here since late last night. What was it like when you got here? Tell us about the scenes you saw.
Hi Minoshni. Yes, when we got here just after 10 last night, the scenes were actually it was very sad. We could hear the screams of those who were trapped inside. There was water everywhere, mudslides. The emergency and rescue people were trying to recover, but obviously they had to abandon last night, because they couldn't continue for fear of the safety of the other people that were around. But yeah, it was quite tragic.
You also mentioned to me earlier the scenes of the bodies being recovered from this dwelling. On a personal note, how was that for you to handle?
Yeah, it was quite sad to watch. I have kids of my own, so to see those kids being removed from the rubble, it was very painful for me as a parent, but also as a community. We couldn't just stand by while rescue efforts had ceased and just watch those kids and those people lie in there. So that's why early this morning we rallied around as a community. We enlisted the help of a local trucking business, to come in and assist us with all the graders and the trucks that you see here. And 3 pastors in our area, Dr. Jonathan Naidu, Pastor Mark David, Pastor Mickey, were very evident. They were there in the rubble, physically pulling out the dead bodies. It was very sad to watch. Obviously, scenes that we only watch in movies.
Melanie, just a final question to you now. From what we know from weather services, the rain is likely to extend at least until Thursday. Will the community be rallying around other possible similar incidents in the next few days?
Yes, Minoshni. Our guys here are not trained, obviously, to in search and rescue, but they've all been so amazing. The community in Westcliff, especially in Crimby Avenue, they've been great. They've all been hands-on, but our church, AFM Miracle Tabernacle, has opened its doors to all those who require homes or shelter for the night, food and aid. It's situated at 182 Crimby Avenue. So, for those who are abandoned, who are misplaced, we want to welcome them into our church and say that we are here to assist as a community first. I've just heard that 2 other people, a mom and the baby, has been rescued from the rubble, so that makes it a total of 9 now.
Is 9 the final number of people we believe lived in that home?
Yeah, the number that they gave us this morning was 9. So the 2 bodies that they were looking for have now since been recovered.
Melanie, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was Melanie David, community member from Westcliff. We're coming to you from Westcliff Secondary in Chatsworth. The scenes behind me of a tragic house collapse following the heavy rains last night, and we can confirm the recovery and retrieval of the last 2 remaining bodies, bringing the death toll at this scene to 8. Back to the studio.
All right, many thanks there to our SABC News reporter Minoshni Pillay, live from Chatsworth. We'll keep in touch with her. But for now, 6 people have been confirmed dead, 1 hospitalized and 2 still trapped.